Hey guys, my friends are asking me, what do I think about fat transfer? I get a lot of patients that have had fat transfer for me to correct it for them. This is a long overdue video. What happens if you get fat transfer as you age? You gotta think fat transfer is not reversible like fillers. So you gotta think about the long-term side effects of fat transfer in the face. What happens to the face as we age? The ligaments get weaker, the fat that's transferred gets heavier, the face starts to weigh boggy and heavy. So heavier laugh lines, you get the jaw lean, you're just gonna look so much older. For example, I have this aesthetic doctor that comes to see me that has had fat transfer 20 years ago, and it left her looking very boggy. She loved it at the time. She loved it for, I think, about 5 years, right? And then she starts to age and now her face looks very heavy. So she came to me to melt the fat with the Agnes and to lift her face up because I can get the skin and attach it to this mass muscle as a clinical trainer. And so I did it for her. She absolutely loved the results. She wanted to come in again for another. I wasn't as pleased with the results because I know I could have given her amazing results with just one, although people may need a couple, it's normal, but I love giving my patients amazing results. So if her face wasn't so heavy from all that fat transfer. So she loved it, she came back again, we did it again, she was happy with it. But the point of the story is fat transfer is not reversible like fillers. So you're going to be stuck with it, and the fat cells get heavier and the ligaments get weaker. Everything weighs down heavy. I was able to help her out, right? She also had fat transfer underneath her eye, and she wanted me to get rid of it because it's like a bumpy nodule, right? It's a side effect of fat transfer and PRF, right? You can get the nodules that are permanent. And so I was trying to get rid of it with the Agnes, but it wasn't going away. Why? Because it's encapsulated. And she later told me it was encapsulated. Encapsulation is a fibrous tissue around the fat, so I can't get to it with heat to melt it for her. So I get a lot of patients that have had fat transfer also that didn't settle in the way they wanted. Why? Because unlike fillers, fat transfer takes about 8 weeks for it to completely settle in. So if you're sleeping on your right, sleeping on your left, you're working out, you're not always going to be upright. So the fat may settle more on one side than the other, causing permanent unevenness. And so I get a lot of corrections for that for me to do with the Agnes, or sometimes a surgeon overfills just like they do with the fillers, but they're doing it with fat, and that's going to leave a permanent puffiness. Not be reversed or removed. If you want to remove it surgically, you're going to be left with an indentation and a possible scar because the surgeon's going to have to go behind the tissue, remove that fat, remove the tissue, leave you with an indentation and then a scar. So I'm against fat transfer because you have to really be thinking logically. Obviously, these surgeons aren't telling you guys as you age what's going to happen. Just look it up, Google it. What happens to the ligaments as you age? It gets weaker and the fat cells get heavier and they weigh heavy on the face. So you have to think logically and long term. This is all, you guys can look it up and find it out for yourself. But yes, this is why I'm against it. The face changes, at least with fillers, it's reversible. The face changes, you can place it elsewhere, you can lift with it. I don't like to place fillers in the face without balancing out the face. I think things have to be balanced to look natural. All right, hope this video helps. Bye.